What you're given, that's how we live it. Don't be mad at the system, it's simply how we've existed.
Virgo Tarot 2222, and today it's Sunday Spiritual Tea. Seeing what you need to heal from, what progress you've made since last week. So this is for all signs, all signs. Everyone can take part, everyone who needs healing, everyone who wants more out of life, everyone who's got that drive, that knows that they're called for something more than this. And this reading, family, is for you. So let's get to our reading. Always, we're going to kick it off with the 3-in-1, the energy, the triple pack. See what I go on for the family, see what they've been up to. I've shuffled and shuffled again, so I will not be shuffling for you naysayers in the back, because you're going to have to trust me. Yeah, so let's get to the reading. And at the bottom of the deck, boom, I think this was Capricorn, maybe Capricorn or Gemini, sacrifice. So I see a lot of us are making sacrifices for your dreams, for your goals, for your family, for your aspirations, for your generations to come. I see you clearing the way for your daughters and sons to not have to work as hard as you did, not to have to go through the abuse and the neglect. Some of you had to go through lack of food, lack of warmth. I see you sacrificing day and night to make sure this doesn't happen for you and yours. I see you keeping your head above water, keeping your emotions in check, transmuting the pain, using that energy and using it as a driving force to get towards your blessings. You hear my grandson, people? And it's 2:45 in the morning. He don't want to sleep. But it's alright, because this read will carry on and he can stay. But I see you using your emotions, the pain, the trauma, all of those things that you had down, deep down. I see you deep. I see you diving deep, digging deep, clearing out the clutter, Eminem, clearing out the closet. All those skeletons that you buried deep down there, they came floating up in this pandemic, floating up to the surface. I see things resurfacing just so that you can deal with them, because you have to use them, tap into that energy, use that anger, use that pain. Let it be that driving force, as my friend Mahunda, I think I said it right, would say. Use it as the driving force, as the gas in your tank to get to your destination, which is your blessings and abundance, right? The pot of gold at the end of the rainbow, the one that we were told about in the stories. The number 12 broken down to the number 3 means that you'll be celebrating, you'll be happy, you'll be blessed. The fruits of your labor will be yielded. You've planted your seeds in fruitful soil. I see, just like the Bible, you took out all the tares, because you realize when you plant amongst the weeds will fuck up your crops. So you had to pluck out those friends, weed out those enemies, weed out those snakes, just so that your crops could grow. Because you realized they were planted in amongst your growing fruit, your growing wheat. And these were your friends, your family. I see you plucking out the weeds out of your life, standing tall and strong, firm in your truth, powerful, tapping into the power, knowing you are a God within yourself. God has ordained you this power. He gave you these blessings. This blessing is coming from heaven, from God himself, herself, themselves, whoever you call your God. But I see you made a sacrifice. It cost you something. For some of you, like me, it cost you your abuse. It cost you your childhood. You was abused. Your faith rocked. your hope dashed. It cost you all of that and a bag of chips, as we would say in the UK. And then some. You've been sacrificing ever since then. Your voice, your freedom, your hopes, your dreams. But I see you now standing, knowing that it's possible to reach the stars, reach those dreams, reach those goals. I see you reaching. Look at you, you're reaching for the stars. Look at that. It's like, get the way out, move, get out the way. That's a Beyonce face. Bow down, bitches. It's like, I know who I am. I don't need validation from anyone. Not from my mom, not from my children. I don't need it. I know who I am and I stand for what I stand for. I will not be moved. I see you tapping into your energy, and all with one card. I see the sacrifices that you've had to make. Keeping quiet. Not being able to heal. Trying to make others happy while you live in turmoil. Your head just above water. Now I see that you've emerged and you're soaring, you're reaching. You're no longer giving up. No longer waiting on death. No longer praying for death. You're praying for blessings now, praying for abundance, praying for yourself. Because I see you here standing alone. Validating yourself, knowing what you are worth now. Let's see what else, because I'm not going to do much of these cards. This is how strong you are. You're no longer fighty. You know who you are. You no longer have to prove yourself to everyone. You stand in the face of adversity and not scared. You stand in the face of your devils, your naysayers. You face them head on. You face your problems. You no longer worry. Fear is not an option for you. I see you charging forward, choosing your battles wisely, winning wars, looking at the bigger picture, being a renegade, doing the research, not rushing in, taking time. The number 7, that's introspection, right? That's going within. That's thinking about a thing. Taking time to do the research, not just rushing in, willy-nilly. You have to have a plan. Has to be thought out. I see you thinking about your next move, choosing which direction to go, who to include, who to exclude in your plans, in your life. I got buzzing people. Do you hear? I see you standing for something, whether it's your faith, your family, love, your belief, whatever it is, whatever your battle is, whatever your fight is. I see you standing strong, being unwavering, not taking no for an answer. For some of you, got a court case, and I see you standing. Some of you are going to be representing yourself. That's how much confidence you have in yourself. Standing against the greats. I see an underdog coming up. Underestimated, looked over, looked down on. Choose who you collaborate with, who you let into your circle, into your head, with their words, with their actions. Move on from the bullshit. It is time. You can no longer be, what's the word? What's the phrase? You can no longer be caught up in petty bullshit. It doesn't serve you. You have a bigger purpose, and this purpose brings you into the light, into healing, into your purpose. And I see that it's time. It's time to move on. Move on from that person that's blocking, stagnating you, making you feel like you cannot make it. Those people that didn't believe in your dreams, that past that keeps replaying in your head every night. It's time to move on. The Six of Swords, to brighter days, to a new future, to your path, to the journey ahead. It's going to take all your strength. You're going to need your wits about you. It's going to take a whole new mindset. So it's time to move on from old ways of doing things. It's time to change up your mindset. Some of you, it's time to relearn and reteach yourself from the ground up. It says, retrain the internal so the external can change. It's time for you to move on, people, with your life. There's life abundant waiting for you. It's time to come up out of the void, out of your sadness, out of your lonely place. Out of the place that I can't, the what if, I'm too old, I'm too young, I don't know enough, I'm not educated enough. Because that's one wise woman, Mila, said, Mila Minutes, God doesn't choose the qualified. He qualifies the called. So everything that's happened in your life, everything, the abuse, the neglect, everything, it was orchestrated. It was qualifying you for your new journey ahead, for the mantle that's been placed upon your head. It's time to take up the mantle and rise. To who I'm speaking to, this message is for. It is time. Time to move away from self-pity, self-doubt. I see brighter days just above the horizon. If you could only just walk through this door, the door in your mind, the door that you keep closed off from the world, that keeps you locked in the void, in the past. It's time to walk into your present and then step into your future. It's calling you, and it is time. Because what the fuck did I say? It's going to require strength. Strength to retrain the internal so the external can change. Spiritual strength. But as you can see in the picture, God has your back. Your spirit team always been there, fighting your unseen battles. The ones that you thought you won, do you think that you won them? It's time for you to tap into the godlike energy, because you too can move mountains with your mind. Your mind is a powerful thing. It's time to stop using your hands and start to use your spiritual hands and exercise the fuck out of your third eye muscle. I was told that I shouldn't swear, people, but I'm so sorry for those people that are offended. But when something's deep in my soul, I have to swear. Until I can retrain my internal, my external isn't changed. But it will change, because I'm working on it. And as you can see, I've cut down, people. But I felt that in my gut. Like literally. You have the power to move mountains with your mind. You have the power to make your own dreams come true. but you're refusing to see the power that you hold. Tap into it. For some of you, you go to a pastor, to a prophet, to me. No, I see that you're coming to an end of a cycle, the end of a relationship, the end of old ways of doing things, walking into your new way of abundance, of manifesting and power, tapping into the energy, only coming to me for confirmation, only going to your pastor and prophet for confirmation, not for answers. Because you are the answer, you are the key, you hold it, you always did. The power lies within each and every one of us. God placed it there. It's time for your activation to step into this power. Spiritual strength is what's needed for the road ahead, for your journey ahead. I see the rough road that you've got ahead of you. It's not pretty and it's not for the weak, but you can do it. You've been chosen for this particular time, for a time like this. God needs his soldiers to strap up, not with guns. Armor yourself with spiritual knowledge, with the words. We're at war, people. If you didn't know it, that lack, that abuse, those are all spirits of war. Come to attack your spirit, rob you of your joy, and kill your future. That sounds like the devil, right? You've been under attack since you came out of your mother's womb, some of you. But I see that you've been chosen for a time like this. And it tells you to be strong. Keep tapping in. Don't give up. The harder the fight, the sweeter the victory. If you're getting a fight, that shows you you're on the right path, right? There's something that I want to read to you that goes along with this. Just as we come to the last card, it goes hand in hand. And here I go with the word, people. I'm changing it up. The Bible. But not just any Bible. I got T.D. Jakes. Woman, thou art loosed. Who wants to get loose? Loose of the past, loose of the demons, loose of the shackles of your ancestors. Who wants to get loose? It says woman, but there's no gender in the Bible. There's no gender in spirit. Who wants to shackle and unburden themselves of all the pain and the hurt that they've been dragging all these years? I want to help. So here's a word coming from God. Don't know who wrote it. T.D. Jakes wrote this. But I'm going to read it, and it should move and talk to you about spiritual strength. Right, so Psalms 27 verses 13. I would have lost heart unless I had believed that I would see the goodness of the Lord in the land of the living. Wait on the Lord, be of good courage, and he shall strengthen your heart. Wait, I say, on the Lord. And then T.D. Jakes breaks it down, and I want to read a little bit of it. Let me tell you something about the way things work. Just before your seed springs forth, just before your miracle happens, just before your promise is fulfilled, that's when all hell seems to break out against you. Just before you experience the fullness of God's power working for you in your life, that's when the devil will try to break you. Just before the baby arrives, that's when the labor pains reach their peak. But while you're waiting, people, all the makings of a miracle are growing inside of you. Keep standing. Keep standing. Keep standing. God is about to give you another seed to birth. He's about to open up the windows of heaven and pour you out a blessing that will be so great you won't even have room enough to receive it all. When God restores you, he will do it so that you are suddenly walking in the light and can hardly recall how dark your life has been. When you move into the fullness of your appointment, of your path, of your life purpose with God's destiny, you won't think about your past anymore. You won't have the time or the inclination to dwell on your failures, your mistakes, or your former life. You will be so busy filling up your miracle. You will be so busy raising up your miracle and living in your blessing that all the former things in your life will not only be out of sight and out of your mind, but out of your heart, people, out of your heart. You will be free. You will be loosed at last to do and be all that God has appointed you to do and to be. Do you understand the greatness in those words? If you haven't got it, you can Google this, I'm sure. T.D. Jakes 27, Psalms 27 verse 13, he breaks it down. And if you want me to, I will post it. But you have to ask and request for it. If you don't request, I won't do it. Yeah, but that's a word for whoever needs it. You are going to be loosed. Step into your life purpose, because the last card coming out, sovereignty, people. This is what we want. This is where you're heading to. This is what God wants to give you. The power to crush your demons, stamp on their heads, give you power to rule just above the angels, or was it just under the angels? One of the two. But the angels were jealous of us because we're powerful. He gave us this power. But you don't know who you are because you went to SCHOOL to get smart. But instead, you got spiritually dumb. It dumbed you down. It closed your third eye. Made you see things in a 3D. You can't see beyond anything but your eyes and what your eyes can see. But it's time to tap into the power that you hold, because this is what's the key to take you around the world, to elevate you and to ascend you. Ascend you, people, because that is the purpose. That is the end goal, to ascend and transcend this reality. This reality. This, what we see, what we're living in. Transcend it. Transcend your mindset. That mindset of lack that you can never reach. For me, I was stuck working jobs that was £9 an hour, not knowing my worth. I worked in Ernest Jones, a jewelry shop, and in one day, I earned them 15 grand. 15 grand. But I was earning £9 an hour because I didn't know who I was. I didn't know who I was. I broke my back literally, waiting for an operation right now, delivering parcels. Made them so much money because I didn't know who I was. It's time for some of you to move up out of that job, out of your comfortable place, and get uncomfortable before you get shifted. It's time to take back your sovereignty. It's yours. It's your birthright. Demand it. Don't accept any no's. Kick down those doors and grab it back. It was your ancestors' birthright, and now you're here to claim it. Wow, what's going on with me, people? That's a lot. So we're already 23 minutes in, and I haven't even started on any of the cards that I pulled. And I feel like the read is coming to an end. It really is. So I really just want to pull some other oracle cards for you to see what they want to say. Why on the floor? Well, we know when it goes on the floor, they got something to say. Restore and replenish. I told you, you was robbed of your birthright. And I see God restoring and replenishing everything that was stolen from your ancestors and giving it to you. It's time for you to rest a little, because your journey, your fight, you're going to need all the strength that you can get. Focus on the light. Focus on your divine purpose, on your mission. Focus on your healing, people. Stop focusing on the negative stuff. Focus on the positive. This will guide you. Have faith in the process, people. Pray if you have to. The birds are trying to talk to you. But it's time to get on your knees and pray. Time to meditate, people. Time to really speak to your ancestors and God, to the divine. Time to trust the process. There is something happening. And look at that. Trust yourself, my people. You are powerful. You are the key. Look at all these beautiful colors of birds that have been coming to speak to you. And you've just been admiring them, not listening, talking. They want to speak to you. Go into nature, people. Trust yourself. Trust your intuition. Show them the real you. Seeing the real you. Same thing. This card came out today. It's time to show them who you really are. Take the mask off that you've been putting on for everyone else, to appease them, to make them feel okay. Because I see, look, you loving on yourself. I see you finding your soul family and making conscious connections, conscious business partners, people that can elevate you and push you to where you want to go, where you want to be. I see life partners that are in your same spiritual standing coming in. Someone that can love you the way that you need to be loved. And I see it all coming into fruition. Bring it into form. I see you healing, running towards your healing, towards your victory, towards your path. Footsteps in the sand. My mum had a painting where it had footsteps in the sand, and it showed where you was walking, but it also had another set. You're never alone. And I see things coming into focus, into view. It's time for you to tap in and start doing your manifestations. Asking for what you really want. Setting those clear intentions so that they will come to you now. And your last card. Because I told you we're trying to transcend this reality. Because you have to see beyond death, people. Do you understand? It's visions of life beyond death. We're trying to transcend this reality. Trying to ensure your next path, your new world, your new life, your rebirth into the new world, into your new life. This life is only temporary. So it's time to get on your path and complete your divine purpose, for you're stuck in a karmic cycle and coming back to complete it again. It's time for you to envision a life beyond death. And let's get to this one. Let's see what else they want to say for us. What information we can take away. What steps we're guided to take. And Rhiannon wants to tell us, you are a magical person who can manifest your clear intentions into reality, people. Come on. Come on. You know I wanted to swear, innit? But I'm thinking about that person. So, I can't say it. Let me say it again. Sarasvati. The art. So, you're creative. Get to creating your dream, your goals. You gave up on life. Express yourself through creative activities. So they want you to go sing that song. Go do that rap. Go perform whatever it is you want to perform. But get to doing it. Go draw. Whatever your creativity is, get to doing it, because it's beautiful. and solace the bodies of water. Where we started with you in the water, remember? You're powerful near water. I told you you're powerful near water. Spend time near water, such as a lake, river, or the ocean, to recharge your batteries, people. And your last card, I will not. Orarakora, blossoming is what it means. You will start to blossom. You are just getting started. So have patience with yourself and the process. But people, do not give up. Don't give up. Trust this process. It's gonna work for you. But you have to go through some shit to get to your blessings, people. It's not a lie. And look at that. Trust is coming in. There is a need to trust in the divine, in God, in the divine's plan at this time, regardless of the external. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. So you need to trust no matter what it looks like. No matter. Rejection, people, is divine protection. It's not you. So don't reject yourself no more. Stop it. If they rejected you, why are you doing it? Because rejection is God's divine intervention and your protection. Triggers, it's time to address them. Because emotional baggage is running your show. Perhaps retrain the internal so the external can change. And here endeth your reading. If you've been to church, you know what that means. It's the end of the reading of the Bible. And your last base card is attract, people. Set your intentions high and know you deserve to receive love. So look, set your intentions high and know you deserve to receive love, joy, and happiness, my people. At 3:15, this is the end of your reading, the end of the spiritual tea. I hope you take what you take away from it. I really hope you do. But I just want to give you the bottom of the packs that I didn't get. Key of light. This is you. You are gatekeepers to light. You are the key. Yeah, you hold light to healing. But first, it's time for you to receive your healing first, my people. Why are you running from it? You have to be broken first so the light can come in to your situation and heal you from your past. And this one I didn't get to. Not pronouncing it, but it says the diamond-hearted Dakini. I see the light in my own darkness. I face my ego beliefs to feel free. It's time to just get rid of the ego. Ego doesn't serve you any purpose, people. Where you're going, you're going to be amazing. Drop the ego, drop the past, drop the zeros, yeah, and drop the old mindset. The one that tells you can't do it, you can't make it, you'll never be nothing, it's too late, you're too old, you don't know enough. Like I said, and that minute, I think her name is Mila Minutes, God doesn't call the qualified. He qualifies the called. Meaning you are being qualified right now for your calling. So are you going to answer it? Or are you going to just stay there moaning and complaining about your life? The choice has always been yours, my family. So yeah, this is your girl D Virgo Tarot. 2, 2, 2 and another 2 saying adios, au revoir, Wiedersehen, if that's right.
Are we gonna play now? Ready for the show? I'm about to take down, you already know. Get the fuck out of my face now, yeah, you gotta